Welcome to your November 13th to the 19th, 2016 Tea Leaf Tasseography reading here with redearthgoddess. This week, there's some tense energies that are slowly yet mixing up as very quick energies that have been unfolding and will unfold whether you like it or not. These intense energies have been around us for some time. A lot of people have been fighting to hide it from themselves, let alone each other. And that involves people that you work with and people in your family, people in your home life, relationships all around you during this time are going through a very big assessment. Not everyone's going to make it through, and the only ones that will stick by you are the ones that actually do support you. Those who do not support you and those that do not support others will not make it during this transition in terms of sticking together, okay? So what that means is there's going to be home changes, moving from home locations, separations of friendships and relationships, leaving businesses and careers that aren't serving them anymore. This, like I've mentioned in prior videos, this has been a calling. This is not something that happened overnight. There has been signs all around you, but I feel as though many people have been avoiding these truths, okay, by not speaking up. There's a lot of non-confrontational people around you during this time. But you know what? It's time to grow up. It's time to be a mature adult. As somebody whose Saturn literally just started returning to her this month, my Saturn has been returning to me. And let me tell you how much I have come to that awareness that my old childhood and youth, teenage life and early adult life, all the wounds that no one dared to care for that I had, that was out of my control, that could have been, I could have seen through my support system, through my family, through my friends that did not support me. All those wounds that I felt, let me tell you, did they all close up? They all closed up. And I've become so much more comfortable, confident, and more stronger as a person so much now that I really don't care what anyone thinks of me. I don't care how anyone views me. And it's time to live up to that maturity by speaking up when the time calls it and keeping my mouth closed when I must respect others, okay? But everybody has their own role. Everybody has their own level to live up to, okay? So this is the time right now, guys, where you need to communicate. You need to step up and you need to communicate, because not every relationship, not every business, not every career is for you, okay? So let's get this reading started. But before we do, I'd like to have you acquainted here with my fairy and her dragon, okay? So we've got fairy protections here. We've got the presence of fairies, and fairies love having fun. They're earthy. They get really upset and angry when you disrespect the earth, when you disrespect yourselves and each other, and you abuse power, and you abuse anything of the earthly realms. So this is where the energy calls for truths to be surfaced and assessments to be done, okay? Everyone will be moving forward according to where they belong, where they are suited, and that's it. Let's get this reading started. Well, according to the owl here, I feel as though the answers that come through during this week are not, you're not going to feel like it's very pretty, okay? You're going to feel like you've been closing your eyes, you've been blinded, you've been disillusioned, or it could be that you already know, but you've been closing your eyes because you didn't want to be confrontational. But you know what? The truths are coming out, and people will be finding out how you view them and everything that's going on, okay? It's very important that you do live up to the standards, okay, guys? Because I see here a a few people coming together and kind of dancing. I see here a community of like-minded individuals that now feel like justice has been served, a balance has come up. I feel like there were a community of people who worked very, 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 very hard for something in the past at a certain location, and many people had to leave because their voice wasn't being heard. They were seeking justice, but nobody was there in terms of in the community that was possibly a CEO of the community or project or business or company that was living up to their own role, even themselves, okay? When an organization is being run by people who are not confrontational, who are not doing their job in management or anything of that nature, when there is no management or when the management is lacking, of course the people are going to struggle that are in the community. And so people are going to leave or they're going to be miserable. And in return, that's going to affect, the people, the voices, if there's clients involved, the sales, anything. It's, or whatever type of organization, if it's a business, clients, customers, sales, if it's an organization, whatever it is, right? It's going to lack in return. So I do see people coming together. Like I said, there's going to be some people that really don't like what's going to be done and said, but there will be righteousness taking place, because I do see something changing where someone new comes along who's suitable and perhaps bring back the old people or certain person who knows, who was actually noble enough, who was actually righteous enough, who was actually brave enough to speak up about it and actually to walk out in perfect timing, so that, there's an old thing that goes to say that you don't realize what you've lost until you've lost it. So I feel like sometimes, yes, it is good to be confrontational, but sometimes when other people are not respecting your voice and not doing anything about it, and they just start abusing your good intentions or the work that you're putting in, and everybody else is not doing their position, especially if you're not there as a CEO and you're doing a CEO job, the best thing to do is to walk away sometimes, because you're preventing a lot of damage from taking place, and those who can see will do everything to get you back and to right the wrongs that have been done, okay? For so many numerous reasons. But sometimes it does take you having to leave in order for them to realize, oh my gosh, work is now not being done. It's not as fun as it used to be, so on and so forth. I see somebody here running with like a flag. It could kind of be like a weapon as well too, but I kind of feel like it's a flag, a red flag. This person is seeking out attention. This person is seeking out an attention in terms of this person's voice must be heard. This person carries a lot of secrets within them, and this is worldwide secrets of companies, worldwide stuff, very important stuff. This person is very observant, very intelligent, and this person has very detective qualities. You need to be able to hear this person out. This person knows a lot, and you didn't know that this person knows a lot, and you'll be able to know who this person is because they will be walking out of a situation and grabbing your attention during this week. And if you can see, there are birds / people flocking around this person as this person is taking a big leap. Okay, this person is taking a very big leap. Where is this person going? Let's look into that. But as you can see, it's also the people here that feel liberated and happy are also following this person. So you can see birds are messengers. Birds symbolize talk, messages, guides, spirituality, but they're also linked to people because people talk. People send messages. People talk all the time, right? So it could be media talk, text messaging, emails, real life people, in your work, your relationships, whatever, right? So they're all flocking to this person right here. So this is a very powerful person. So this person is running to a new beginning for this company, okay? For this organization that is going to be leading to very, very big changes, okay? Companies and organizations need a very big shift every so often, every few years, okay? Every year, every few months, every so often, a company must adapt because there's always new things coming. There's always changes taking place, new technology, different forms of how to fit to society, and depends on what type of organization you're in, right? If you're in an organization that caters to all walks of life, if you're in an organization that is more limited and it, targets a certain aspect of people or certain type of people, it does depend on that as well. But this is a very long-lasting type of organization, meaning they want to stick around, and they are very, very capable of sticking around. They've been around 10, 20 years, I'm picking up, maybe longer. But this is a company that, is building on staying for future generations to come. And if management and the higher, if they're the higher head office or whatever is weak, then of course it's going to damage, it's going to break up, okay? But it can be strengthened with a very good CEO member. You just need to be able to pay attention to that intelligent person that so many people are questioning during this time. But you will be able to know who this person is, okay? I see here a romantic partner or gesture here, okay? I feel like there's a relationship here developing. There is clairaudience involved between the two of you, okay? So, of course, for people that don't even believe in clairaudience between two people or telepathy between two people, may not even be watching this video. So I'm going to just let it all loose, because there may be people that may question and say, well, I don't believe in this stuff. But then again, you wouldn't be really watching a tea leaf reading, would you? So telepathy and clairaudience is heightened between two soulmates or two people who feel a very chemical attraction, magnetic attraction towards each other. If you're somebody who is an empath and you're clairvoyant or clairaudient as a young age, you're capable of picking up on this, on these subtle or even strong messages from other people. It doesn't matter who, you can still pick up on it. But when you are in a magnetic attraction between two people, it's heightened even more, okay? You start to mimic each other's behaviors. You talk the same way. You start walking the same way. You start slowly understanding certain things the same way, in a different manner, of course, because no two people are 100% alike. You may misinterpret each other too, but you start doing things in a very certain way that you don't even know that you're getting it off of each other. So during this time right now, if you are and have been developing a very strong attraction to somebody, this person can literally feel and experience and hear in a certain sense. When we say clairaudience, it doesn't necessarily mean it's an actual voice that you're hearing, that you're literally talking to. And clairaudience is more, it's kind of like a knowing. I know clairvoyance is vision, claircognizance, I can't even say the word properly, but there's also that just knowing. I have that as well. I have the clairaudience as well. I have a lot of these abilities, but I stick to saying that I'm clairvoyant first, because the vision comes to me first. So I get the vision of a person first, or the situation first, and then everything else follows. Okay, so that knowingness follows right after. That knowingness follows that's that person it's coming from. That's that situation that it's coming from. And that person can literally be in front of me or not, and delivering a completely different message, but I get a confirmation that what they're telling me verbally is very different than how they're feeling and what they're saying in a silent manner. And that clairaudience comes through the messages in the silent manner. Now, it depends on also the situation too, because a lot of times you may be very strong clairaudience, and shortly after that same person or another person confirms that clairaudient message that you've received, literally with the same words and the same voice. And that's happened to me as well. But it's not literally like you're having a conversation like you are on the phone, okay? Another thing is, when you have these abilities or you're working to open them up, please do be aware that you, it's not literally like you're having a conversation like you are on the phone, okay? Another thing is, when you have these abilities or you're working to open them up, please do be aware that you do have the capacity to dim it and to heighten it, okay? Like a dimmer of a light, meaning that word control. I don't like that word control, but the capacity to lower it, meaning push it away and not let it startle you and take over your life, or utilize it and work with it, okay? So you have the power to shut it on and off whenever you can, okay? Work to figuring out how to do so for you, if it's for you. So what does that mean? This person has a companion or somebody that's coming through for them and that is supporting them, okay? And then there's a gap here, and it's funny because it says here, and I really didn't plan that because I wasn't even concentrating on the word here. I was concentrating on this and the message that I had to deliver for you. I know it's like smack right there, but honestly, you know, and there's a leaf right on the H. So if you have an H in your last name or your first name or middle name, this message is strongly suggested towards you. I do see that for somebody with an H in your name, okay? For something like this to be going on in your life during this time. Then there's a gap here, meaning it's going to lead to a new beginning. You're walking through a new door. It's a new door to a new beginning. So what this means is you create your new fate. You create your new destiny, okay? So what you create together by leaving these situations with that banner and the people following you, there's a complete new door here, okay? So what that basically means is everything else has been written. You've created these vibrations and frequencies and situations and practical things together with all these people, with these organizations or whatever it is, relationships, business, career, all of them are combined together because there's working relationships. But now you're walking through this new path because there's a gap. And it's perfect alignment on the H. So hear the message, okay? Hear this message. You're starting this new beginning. This new beginning is a flat new beginning. It's bare. So now you write your own new beginning, okay? Sometimes, you know, due to respect for religions, although myself, I have been vigorously attacked by very fanatical religious people, be it sexual, verbal, abusive, physical, but I still choose to respect certain religions. I'm seeing here an Orthodox Jewish, there's a message that needs to be delivered during this time. Pay attention to the news, pay attention to somebody in, could be part of an organization, synagogue, community, maybe somebody that you are connected to, who is a very devout Orthodox, because I'm seeing the hat, the Orthodox hat, and a bust, a head. Okay, so this is an authoritative person. If that's not the case, then seeing this authoritative person symbolically, kind of like the Hierophant in the tarot deck, it can symbolize an organization. So there's an organization, government or organization, community with keys, okay? Keys to your life or keys to their, you're accessing the keys. It could be, again, like I said, this person here running with that banner is linked to the secrets of the world, secrets to a lot of stuff, okay? That's coming up, that you're going to be finding out this week. It could be that this person, these two people are linked with it, or it could be one of them is linked with it, or it could just be that there is a reform taking place that is linked to religions, the organization, but something like this is happening, okay? There is love though, okay? There's love. There's love behind it. It's not some fake, let's just make money. It's because like I said, I do see here a group of people, that righteousness, you know, that happiness, that worked really hard for it. Okay. And if there wasn't love there, whether it's between a man and a woman, two women, two men, or a group of people, they wouldn't be able to support each other because they wouldn't want to. Okay. If there is no admiration or respect or love, they wouldn't come back for you. They wouldn't ask for you to come back. They wouldn't support you. They wouldn't feel as happy or vital, you know, with you being gone, with that person being gone. I'm also seeing a hammer, and I feel like with a hammer, that's just things are being knocked out of the way so that this new beginning can come through. And the changes, you don't have a choice, honey, okay? These changes have been so obvious. Nobody was doing anything about it. That stuff had to go down. That hammer is breaking things through. You don't have a choice, okay? A leaf just fell down, and I'm just going to take that as Red Earth Goddess, enough. The message has been delivered. Okay, so I'm going to end this reading here with a great thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for watching and liking and sharing. If you'd like to have a personalized reading with me, you can purchase your reading via redearthgoddesstemple.com, or you can visit my paypal.me site. They're all linked below the video. And possibly if you have any questions or anything, concerns at all, email me at redearthgoddess@gmail.com. See ya.